Welcome to Stories by Tilda, where romance is dangerous, addictive, and impossible to escape. Relax, plug in your headphones, and let the drama pull you in. Episode 1, Eyes in the Cafe. Rain had softened the morning, leaving the city wrapped in a quiet gray haze as Alya pushed open the doors of the small cafe. She inhaled the warm smell of espresso, sugar, and vanilla, her safe space. Her world might have been falling apart outside, but inside these walls, things stayed simple. Or so she thought. As the morning crowd thinned, a man stepped inside. He didn't belong to this cafe. Or this street. Or this world. Tall, sharply dressed in charcoal gray, with a presence that seemed to swallow the noise around him, Alexander Wolf didn't look like someone who ordered coffee. He looked like someone who owned the building it was served in. But it wasn't his wealth that caught Alya off guard. It was the way he looked at her.
His eyes, a dark, unreadable shade, followed her every movement as she stepped behind the counter. Not in a creepy way. More like he was assessing her, to ask if he recognized something in her she didn't even know she had. Alya forced herself to smile. "Good morning. What can I get you?" Alexander didn't answer at first. He just watched her. Too closely. Too intently. Then, quietly, "Your recommendation." She blinked. "My." "What?" "Your favorite drink," he clarified. "I want what you'd order." Alya felt suddenly warm. People rarely cared about her preferences, much less strangers with eyes sharp enough to strip her soul bare. She cleared her throat. "Caramel latte. Extra foam." He nodded once, like she'd given him something important. "Then I'll take that." As she prepared the drink, she couldn't shake the feeling of his gaze. It wasn't hostile. It wasn't flirtatious. It was focused. Protective. Possessive in a quiet, unspoken way. When she handed over the cup, his fingers brushed hers, a slow, deliberate touch. Her breath caught. He didn't look away. "Thank you." "Alya." Her heart jumped. She hadn't told him her name. She glanced down and realized, her name tag. But he didn't look like a man who needed a name tag to remember things. He looked like a man who remembered everything. Moments later, he picked a seat in the corner with a perfect view of her. And for the next hour, Alexander Wolf didn't touch his coffee. He didn't scroll his phone. He didn't read. He watched her. Every time she turned, his gaze was already there to be steady, dark, intense. It should have scared her. Maybe it did, just a little, but deeper than fear. Alya felt something else, something dangerously close to curiosity. When her shift ended, she exhaled in relief, too aware of the stranger who had turned an ordinary day into something electric and unsettling. She grabbed her bag and stepped outside. Rain tapped at the pavement as she walked down the street. Behind her, footsteps echoed. She turned cautiously, but the sidewalk was empty. Her pulse kicked up. She walked faster. The footsteps followed again, soft but purposeful. She stopped. The sound stopped. Her hands trembled around her bag strap. Then, suddenly, a black car rolled up beside her. The tinted window lowered. Alexander Wolf sat inside. His expression was unreadable, but his voice was low and commanding. "Alya," he said softly, "get in." "Now." Her heart slammed against her ribs. "Why would I?" "Because," he interrupted, eyes flicking over her shoulder, "someone has been following you for the last 3 blocks." Alya froze. "I've been watching him," Alexander continued, tone darkening. "And I'm not letting him get any closer to you." She swallowed hard. Fear, confusion, heat, all tangled together. "Please," he added, his voice gentler. "Get in the car." Alya turned her head slightly, just enough to glimpse a shadowy figure across the street, standing too still, watching her. Her blood ran cold. She looked back at Alexander. His jaw was tense. His eyes were fierce. And at that moment, she didn't see a stranger. She saw a man who had already decided she was his to protect, even if she didn't understand why. Thanks for watching. If you want more possessive billionaires, forbidden chemistry, and addictive cliffhangers, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the story. Coming up, episode 2 followed in the rain.